Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey, and I am pissed off, y'all. I'm in a bad fucking mood. YouTube, you can keep your 10 cents on this one. I'm not even arguing. I'm about to get foul, and we are going to be discussing a sensitive topic because it needs to be discussed. It needs to be discussed, and not just in once-a-year exposés that show up on Dateline NBC. It's a problem that is permeating our entire society, and it's getting worse, and it's really bad here on social media. Hang on, I gotta take my medicine. I finished the game stream with Satsu and go over to Twitter, and I see Sinatra. He's calling for people to report someone. Like, what the fuck? Sinatra doesn't call for people to get reported. He's a free speech guy, and he's pretty solid on that. So what the fuck is this? And I go and look, and kitty porn, you guys. It's an account showing naked pictures of children. That's what it is. It's been being reported by people for well over an hour without Twitter doing shit. Without Twitter doing fuck all about it. You know, there's not even a direct child porn or child endangerment report there on Twitter. When you go in there, you got to kind of figure out how you want to report that. There's none of that on there. But, hey, they got people watching Donald Trump to make sure he doesn't say the wrong thing about mail-in voting. Child porn should be one of those things that's immediately reported and taken care of. I didn't even scroll down on the page. I just clicked on it, and from what I saw, like, yep, I'm not looking any further, and I immediately reported. Hey, Jack, how you doing, man? Whoa.
I'll be right back. Screwed.
You're all right. Jack will be back in a second. His mic's having issues there. This is the kind of thing that needs to be talked about. It really does. It's the kind of thing Twitter should be shamed for. Absolutely shamed for. You are spending your resources to watch Donald Trump and link up his opinion about mail-in voting with an opinion piece from Chris Cillizza of CNN as some kind of weird fact check. But you can't be bothered to take down kiddie porn. The fuck is wrong with you? Hey, Jack, how you doing, man?
Good. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Technical flaw.
How you been, man?
I've been okay. Been just laying around trying to get better, and just feel a lot better today.
You sound a little stuffy, but a little bit more energetic.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I just got up too, so the stuffiness isn't going to go away for a few more days. But yeah, I feel a lot better.
Good to hear. I'm I'm upset, Jack, because Jack Dorsey over there on Twitter kind of dragging his ass when it comes to kicking a kiddie porn site or page off of his site.
Are you surprised?
No,
they're so busy. Well, they're so busy going after Trump, and they don't seem to care about kiddie porn. Like, it's making me really wonder about what Dorsey thinks about it, because he seems to tacitly allow this. Either that or he's encouraging it. I'm not sure which. But I'm starting to have suspicions about what he thinks about this.
I want to show you something. Where'd that go? Okay. This one. This is progress, Jack. This is progress. Caution, this profile may include potentially sensitive content. They put it behind this could be bad content wall. Not took it down. It's pictures of naked children.
Yeah, I would definitely start tagging the FBI when you tweet at Twitter support on stuff like this.
I'm going to just straight up tag the FBI in a tweet to Jack and tell them they need to be looking into his ass.
Absolutely, they do. This goes on all the time. How many times have people reported this stuff and it doesn't get taken down for weeks, if at all?
James Colley, thank you. It's Jack Prime and not Jack Prime. Woo! Thank you for the donation. Yeah, that's their answer so far. We'll put it behind a little thing and tell you it might be sensitive information. You know, if you want to see it, go ahead and click.
Yeah, that's just it. Twitter seems to endorse this behavior. They really need to be investigated for this shit because it's been going on for years now.
Sinatra says there's another monk. I'm not shocked, man.
No, this shit's all over Twitter. And I don't know why they don't try and crack down on it, because it really looks like not only do they not care that it exists, they don't look into it, and they seem to actively allow it to be there. I'm starting to think some of these assholes at Twitter need to go to prison for this shit before anything will ever get done. The feds have to set an example that kiddie porn is unacceptable on any social media. And the only way that's going to happen is if people go to jail.
Sin just sent me another one. It's this. I'm not looking at the profile this time. But this one has 358,000 followers.
See what I mean? Twitter's allowing this. And they're not doing anything to stop it. But, God forbid you mention a certain medication that Trump supported, or you're a doctor supporting that stuff, or God forbid you say something nice about Trump, you're going to get the fucking boot and shadow banned. But they can't stop all this kiddie porn? Are you fucking kidding me?
Say, okay, dude, to a trans woman.
Yeah,
misgendering. Right off.
Misgendering is more important than child safety. Fuck you, Twitter. You sacks of shit.
This is disgusting. You know, and once again, I have to go in on our press because these motherfuckers, oh my God, there's a dark web out there that leads people to the alt-right or the extreme right or to kind of right or little right of center. There's a what do they call it? The Pewdie pipeline. Yeah, I mean, they'll report on, oh my God, somebody said the N-word on YouTube once. They don't report on this shit. They don't go out there and go, hey, yo, excuse me, Twitter, Jack, what the fuck are you guys doing? What are you doing? You got naked kids all over your site. What the fuck's wrong with you?
He doesn't care. That's weird. I don't know. I can see why conspiracies get started about this shit. Like the whole Pizzagate thing. I can see why a lot of people believe it when they allow shit like this to go on these websites.
Yeah.
Clean your fucking house, Dorsey. You sack of shit.
But it gets to the point, Jack. I'm with you. It can't be that they don't know it. And like I said, guys, when you go to report this stuff, there's not a child endangerment list there. It's not like, because there's a whole list of things you can report, and there's not child porn or child endangerment. You know, that's not on there. You have to go through shit. Mentioned HQC banned. HQC. Oh, hydrochloroquine. Okay. Yeah. Any of the wrong thing. I got 7 fucking days for calling an actress a bimbo.
Yeah. I've got time out like dumb shit.
I got that instantaneously. I got 12 hours for calling somebody a dick.
Well, maybe it's because, there's some high-profile Hollywood people that support pedophilia. Because that's the only thing it can be, is that they're afraid of losing blue check marks who've gone to Epstein Island. With
the exception of the bimbo one, all of mine, I can go, okay, somebody reported me. So Twitter doesn't see everything. They see what's reported. This was reported over and over and over again.
Yep.
And they just, it might be sensitive content. A little sensitive.
Real fast. Thank you, Cryptic. I took this money from Fuck it. No jokes. Report these fuckies to the FBI. Damn right.
Absolutely. I'm angry. I don't want to be angry. I like being happy. Don't fuck with children. Leave them alone. They're busy banning Q accounts. Yeah, right? You got images of naked children. Well, that's okay with Jack Dorsey. You mentioned Q. Oh, my God. You better hope that they don't misunderstand you talking about Star Trek.
Right? And what gets me is this has been going on since before the COVID thing. Mm-hmm. So they can't even use that as a shield.
No.
Because people have been reporting these accounts for years, and there's still nothing going on about it. They don't do anything to block the users or stop the users. But, man, you say something misgendering or say something about how you don't appreciate trans kids and how you think it's abusive. Oh, fuck you. You're gone. They'll boot your ass in a second. We'll probably both get banned for this. But fuck these people. I don't care. There's lots of alternatives now. We'll go over to Minds or some shit.
Prospero says, Alex Jones is a danger. Child porn? Nah. Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That's how they think. They banned him because of conspiracy theories. This is actual child porn. This shit is disgusting and it needs to go away. And, you know...
Well, I'm starting to think that Dorsey thinks that children can consent, so he doesn't see anything wrong with this.
That's a possibility.
I'd like to find out.
New age freaks.
Yeah, maybe he's been to Epstein Island. Somebody should look into that shit.
Yeah, I'm going to tweet at the FBI. Hey, do you guys know if Jack Dorsey's been to Epstein Island? I have questions.
Right?
Rodo Hernandez, thank you. I got permabanned for calling Alyssa Milano a see you next Tuesday. You know, I can say cunt tonight because I checked that box because actually I checked the other box, which I was like, I'm going to say fuck from the beginning because fuck this.
Right.
But anyway, for calling Alyssa Milano a see you next Tuesday, no regrets. I'm playing it.
Thanks, Shio. I hate these facts. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Don't say cunt over there. Don't say retard. Don't say retard. But the stuff they do allow is... And look, I wouldn't want to be the person who has to man the child porn line over there on Twitter. So you switch people out so they don't have to see it all that much. All you got to do is see it. All right, that's it. Done. I saw enough on that account. I'd ban it myself right now. And like I said, I didn't even scroll down. Just 2 pictures pop up instantly. And like, oh, fuck. And like Prospero said, I can't unsee what I saw. Cryptic, thank you. Jack has been to Thailand. Child abuse heaven. Yeah. Jack roams all around the world. It makes me wonder if he's in the Super Adventures Club.
Right?
Yeah. It's amazing to me the things that cause outrage and the things that should cause outrage that just don't. I mean, look, our community, if you look at the people that I follow on Twitter, people Sin follows and that follow us, everybody is pissed off about this right now. Everybody's like, what the fuck? But Jack's just like, make sure Trump doesn't say anything. Where's the Washington Post story about pedophiles on Twitter? You know, they're out there. They're posting naked pictures of kids. Where's Brian Stelter's expose? Where's Don Lemon getting his knickers in a twist over something that actually fucking matters? Where's the Wall Street Journal in-depth analysis? Silence. Nothing but silence. And you know, Jack, I don't know if it's that they don't care or they approve.
I think it's that they approve. It can't be anything else because there's been so much pressure put on them to remove this crap. I don't see any other thing it could be other than they don't care and they want it to go on. They're fucking weirdos and degenerates.
And I know that I don't have the voice on Twitter to ever get Jack's notice. Jack Dorsey, not this Jack. Shitty Jack, to get Shitty Jack's notice. But dear God, something has got to crack here. This shit has got to stop. This has been going on. I've been on Twitter. If you look at my profile, it says I've been there a lot longer than I have. I've been active on it for about 4 years. And this shit's been going on the whole time. The whole time.
Oh, yeah.
It might die down for a little bit and then right back up. And meanwhile, they're out there policing hate speech. Don't you think there's other things maybe you should be policing first? Maybe.
Well, I guess misgendering is more important to the virtue signaling crowd than protecting children.
Yeah, you know, misgendering that person, that's going to hurt their feelings now. That kid, I mean, they won't have real psychological problems for at least 10 years, given the age of them. The two that I saw, neither one of them was older than 4.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Jack Dorsey, go fuck yourself, man. You degenerate piece of shit. How does your website not already have an instant report for this? Havoc, thank you. Back when I had a Twitter, I reported a pedo account. The twat waffle that responded literally said, I shit you not, age really is just a number.
Jesus Christ. Well, I'm not really that surprised by that, sadly.
In a Pickle says, what the fuck, 4? Yeah, I would know older. There's no way. It's I don't like this subject, Jack, but it has to be talked about. It has to be dealt with. Too many people just leave it there. And sometimes it's got a light has to be shined on it, and nobody in our press is doing it, so that leaves it up to us alternative meteor types. I'm an alternative meteor now. I'm not a media. I'm a meteor. It's just gonna crash and burn, man. You called out the pedophiles. How dare you?
Real quick, thank you, James Colley, for the donation. And as per your permission here, I'm not going to read that out loud, but that's pretty fucked up.
The media lives on Twitter. How could they not know about this shit? They know. They know.
They know. They don't care. They're busy fighting the Grand Revolution or some nonsense. And a lot of them probably support it. That's the progressive way. I mean, they think that there should be no age of consent, that talk about kids being able to make choices about their bodies. That's what it's really leading to. They don't give a fuck about kids' safety. And apparently neither does the feds, because they're not doing anything about this either.
Dangerous says, I work with kids who've done training about things like recognizing signs of abuse. Just hearing about this made me want to peel off my own skin. Fuck Jack Dorsey. What doesn't want me to make me peel off my own skin? It makes me want to hurt people. Like, seriously, I get enraged. You don't fuck with kids, man.
Yeah.
And this is not okay in any sense. In this nonsense map, well, I don't actually engage. Go fuck yourself. Anybody with a map as part of their fucking bio should be kicked off instantaneously.
Yep.
If map is in your bio, you better be Dora the fucking Explorer. Cryptic, thank you. Jack Dorsey is being anal butt fucked by China. Oh, I think Jack's okay with it. I think Jack's okay with how China operates.
I think he likes the communist system. Fucking hippie bullshit.
Ryan says, I tagged in my contacts at DHS and CISA. Dear God. Yeah. This isn't cool, and I'm glad we have an audience that understands that. We've never had to have one of these fucking degenerates in our audience argue with us about this. Everybody's like, yeah, don't hurt kids, because that's the smart way to be. But they're, no, it's, I mean, I just want to look at them. No. You go to a little padded cell in an asylum and we just leave you there until you die.
Yeah.
I don't want you anywhere near a child ever. Anyhow. Should we talk about more fun things?
Sure. You want to talk about Portland or fires or atomic war? I don't know.
Actually, I want to talk about Brian Stelter.
Oh. Well, we went from people that run things like potatoes to an actual potato.
So old Candy Van was on Twitter today. He did his show, right? Because his show's on Sundays. And this clip was going around from him. Where's this at? Okay. I want to play this clip first. It actually came later in the segment that we're about to watch. Let's see. Producing. There we go. Let me know how it sounds, Jack.
Sharpen their teeth on Bill Clinton.
A little loud, but not bad.
All right. Is that my...
That's
Okay,
probably the original.
Okay. Here we go.
And this has been the way they've built audiences for 3 decades now.
Ignore what she said right there. You'll understand in a little while. What he's about to say is what's important. So here we go. Brian Stelter, you guys. CNN moron extraordinaire.
Yeah, I don't want to claim it's new. I just am arguing that it's getting worse. It's getting more severe. Aaron, your view of this, when you see entire media companies essentially exist to tear down Joe Biden, is there an equivalent to that on the left tearing down Trump?
Did you hear what that motherfucker just asked?
Yep.
Let's go back. Let's go back. Hang on.
Yeah, I don't want to claim it's new. I just am arguing that it's getting worse. It's getting more severe. Aaron, your view of this, when you see entire media companies essentially exist to tear down Joe Biden, is there an equivalent to that on the left tearing down Trump?
This motherfucker works for CNN. It's right there. Right there. Do you not watch your own fucking network?
Or his own show?
What the fuck? Is there an equivalent on the left? Yes. The entirety of mainstream media.
Yeah.
The entirety of it. But where's this clip? Okay. Ex-Bubba Hotep, thank you so much. I think a rock is more self-aware than him. Oh, this gets better. This gets better because there's a lead into this segment that Brian himself posted on his Twitter today. And this is a good time to remind you guys, there's no way in fuck we're getting monetized this time. So we're brought to you by you. If you can spare a little coin, me and Jack would appreciate it. Streamlabs are going around. There's also these awesome masks you can buy from either one of our Teespring stores, as well as shirts. And he's got a fanny pack, and we both got mugs. Check them out, guys. Pick yourself up something nice and support the channel, or just throw change at us. We'll take it. If I was in the street right now and you had a handful of change and just threw it at me, I'd be like, "Thank you." I mean, I'd grab my eye from where you hit me because you're a bastard, but still. All right. Brian. This is like a 4-minute segment. I don't know if he gets this. This doesn't actually get into the part we were just watching. This is just his lead into it. And I watched this and I was laughing out loud. I laughed so hard, I actually hurt my rib over here on the left side for a while. I got a bad spasm for about an hour and a half from it. But
worth it.
Oh God, look at that face. Look at that face. God, he just looks like somebody who's going, "Punch me, please."
You know what he looks like right there? There's a little kid that's pooping his diaper.
A little bit, yeah. He had a little too much cheese in his diet. Fuck. Pete, thank you so much. Consider yourself monetized, kind of. That is very generous of you, sir, and thank you. Thank you so much. That is very kind. I really do appreciate it. All right. Brian Stelter, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go on a trip together to a totally alternative universe.
He's already taken us in his candy van somewhere. Kids, just say no.
Is that why he's on Twitter?
Probably. He's taking us on a journey, you guys. And he says in an alternate universe, but, well, let's just watch.
You never hear what's happening there unless you tune into right-wing talk radio. But you need to know what they are saying because the most popular, most powerful talkers in the country have trained their sights on Joe Biden. What you are about to hear them say is mind-boggling.
What you're about to hear them say is mind-boggling, Jack. Are you ready for this?
My body is ready.
All right, we're going to be mind-boggled, you guys. Fucking idiot.
Look, whether you like Biden or not, this stuff is offensive and otherworldly.
Offensive and otherworldly. It's coming from outer space, you guys. Circus Zero, thank you so much. Who says more money than you would have made anyway. You're not wrong, and thank you. Very, very kind of you. And Hazmat, thank you. Is he the pedo? We have no proof of that with Brian. He's just the moron. So that's enough for now.
So let me set the stage for this before I play the clips. Keep in mind that news and talk radio is still really popular, even in the internet age. Guys,
this motherfucker doesn't learn how to say popular. Popular? Stop it. Huh. Sorry, my own little rant there. It's really popular. There's a U in that word, stupid fuck. Huh. Sorry.
It's like Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity.
Go ahead.
He was talking about trees. Popular trees.
Right-wing radio reaches tens of millions.
Can influence tens of millions of listeners. And as this HuffPost headline pointed out earlier this year, talk radio stars were shopping dangerous claims about the coronavirus. They were downplaying its severity.
Thank you, Mighty Balzac, who says, Stelter looks like a roll-on deodorant. He kind of does.
But nowadays, if you listen to those shows, you hardly hear about COVID at all. They have shifted to big-time Biden bashing instead.
Now, I know this is going to come as a shock to you guys. Right-wing radio is bashing Biden. I hope you guys are okay. I hope you're okay with that news. I hope you don't need a teddy bear or a coloring book or something. We'll get through this together. Eric, thank you so much. Who says trees? Right.
Real quick. First of all, my whole worldview just got shattered that right-wing radio doesn't like Joe Biden. But also, thank you, James Colley, for the generous donation. What does a baby computer call his father? Data. Data. You get it? What do you call a beer without any teeth? A gummy bear. What's the difference between a well-dressed man on a unicycle and a poorly dressed man on a bike? A tire.
Wow. Well played.
I'm going to use all of those.
Those are good.
And thank you, Circus Zero. More money than Monkey would have made anyway. Thanks.
True story. I like the attire one. That's cute. So just to catch you guys up, because we have been Sin wants on. Hang on a second. I don't have Twitter. Oh, can you shoot him the link, Jack?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, so just to catch you guys up, he's going to blow our minds. We're entering an alternate universe, and right-wing radio doesn't like Joe Biden.
You know what this is? This is negative partisanship in act.
This is negative partisanship. Motherfucker.
So what's negative partisanship? Well, these researchers from Emory University define it as a pretty simple concept. They say in this article for Political Magazine that over the past few decades, American politics has become like a bitter sports rivalry in which the parties hang together mainly out of sheer hatred of the other team, rather than a shared sense of purpose.
This seems like a good time to remind you guys that Brian Stelter here once ran an expose on why Trump has so many typos in his tweets. I am not making that up. I don't know if that was negative partisanship or not. Cryptic, thank you. Oi, oi, if you want to do my shtick, up the cash. And real quick, how you doing, Sin? Sin?
Oh,
there he is.
Boy.
Yeah.
I am very, very angry.
Well, come join us on this trip with dumbass Stelter.
I've had enough of kids for today.
I get you. I can only talk about that stuff for so long before I have to abandon.
Yeah, I don't blame you, but I don't get the whole. I'm going to put a link in the chat real quick, and
please do.
Anybody who saw what I was posting earlier, I want you to follow the link that I'm putting in, put in the requisite information, and do your best to try to get it taken down, because that is a link to the Cyber Tip Network from what is it, the National Missing Child, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, go do that.
Thank you for dropping that link. And I did retweet that on Twitter, and it's on his Twitter as well if you guys need it later. Hazmat, thank you, Monk. I want to buy one of your monkey in the jar. Don't ask why. Here's $6 while YouTube takes the rest. Thank you. And I don't actually have monkeys in a jar. That was just scribbles. All right.
Scribbles in a jar?
No, his thumbnail the other day.
I was going to say, I don't think he would find that comfortable.
Brian Stelter's just told us he's going to blow our mind, and that right-wing talk radio doesn't like Joe Biden.
That's a thing?
Yeah, blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, who doesn't love a corrupt dementia patient?
No, I mean right-wing right-wing radio. That's still a thing. I thought that all got shut down.
Oh no, fuck no. Rush Limbaugh is still very big, and then you have people, Hannity, Levine, Shapiro. Well, he's going to show us a few in a couple of minutes.
Well, that's not really radio. That's podcasting, but
no, well, like Rush
when you say radio, I think I get in my car, click on the FM.
Yeah, Levine still has a show there. I know.
Yes.
Rush still has his show. Hannity still has a show. Yeah.
There's lots of them. They just how often do most people under 30 listen?
Shrouded, thank you. Who says, Monkey, do you have a Stop Spreading Stupid mask? No, I still need to get that one made. I will. But anyway, back to this. Because I want you guys to see this. It's important to watch Stelter here. He's telling us right now about negative partisanship. These right-wingers not liking Joe is negative partisanship. That's where we were.
Uh-huh.
The researchers showed that partisans, meaning strong supporters of a specific party, have grown to dislike the opposing party, quote, more than they like their own party. So when the president, for example, says that Biden is against God, that's negative partisanship.
What? All right.
It is so hateful. But I want to be clear. There's a lot of negative partisanship that happens on the left.
I want to be clear. There's a lot of negative partisanship
on the left as well. That and he's right. The call sign is right down bottom there. If you want to trust him on this.
This is the least self-aware thing I have seen in I don't know how long.
There was a clip that we watched. Right? Did you watch it? Were you watching when I did the other clip?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is what.
Is there a news network that is anti-Trump or something like that? Yeah.
An equivalent on the left. Yeah. But you guys got to just hang in there. I promise you, this is worth it.
And nastiness directed at the right. This is happening in all directions, but it is especially extreme, especially vitriolic on the right, directed at Joe Biden.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I guess the past 4 years just didn't happen.
I've seen guests on CNN, and frankly, some of their hosts called Donald Trump a murderer. Some
Yeah,
have
when,
used that exact language.
That couple drank the pond cleaner or whatever it was. Like, their blood is on Trump's hands. Their blood is on Trump's hands. Shut the fuck up.
Ultranaut, thank you so much, who says, Stelter's talking as if he's a fourth grade teacher. Yeah, well, you got to talk to the CNN audience that way. They're not very smart. I mean, unless you're talking about us hate watchers. But remember, it's especially bad on the right, you guys. He's going to give us examples. So strap in, guys.
Is ready.
Strap in, because they've called Trump a murderer, and it's especially bad on the right. So whatever they're saying about Biden has to be much, much worse than that, right?
And directed at other Democrats right now. We see it all the time on Fox News, a channel that often seems more anti-Democrat than pro-Trump, right? These shows are the pro-Trump media, but they have so much venom toward the Democrats.
They're not the pro-Trump media. That's where you keep losing it, Brian.
I'm on screen. How cute.
All right. Oh.
Yeah, but I don't understand. Does Brian not get that you can be anti-Democrat and not pro-Trump?
No.
Does he not realize that there can be more than one option?
No, because he is pro-Democrat and hates Trump. So he thinks the other has to be true.
Well,
I have a lot of people who watch me who think the same. Go ahead, Jack. I'm sorry.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I think that Stelter is just really dumb, and he only sees one or two options at any given time, and that's it. You're either with him or against him, kind of thing. He's not smart enough to notice nuance. Yeah.
Don't forget, Fox News is the one. Who's that smarmy old guy in the morning? That Trump had the interview with a little while ago, like last weekend.
Chris Wallace.
Is that who it is?
I don't know
who you're talking about.
Somebody in chat will know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, narrow it down more than smarmy old guy. That doesn't.
I know. It's anyway. So let's get back to this.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Real quick. Thank you, Pete, for the donation. It's very generous of you. I appreciate it.
You're getting more donations than Monkey is.
No.
I'm gonna fucking put my Streamlabs out there too. Shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely, guys. Anybody who's on the show,
I'm better than both of these two put together. There's a good.
Well, yeah. I mean, have you seen your numbers?
Yeah, no shit.
No, I thought I was just talking
like
raw
by
talent.
5.
And good
added
looks.
together and multiplied by 5. All right, here we go, guys. Wallace, yeah, it was Chris Wallace. Okay, thank you. All right, here we go.
They use that to distract from Trump's failures, when some of the commentary on the radio is even worse. That's why this week our producing team listened
Remember,
to
guys,
these
I'm going to talk
right-wing
over
radio
him for a minute.
shows, took them seriously, tried to
This
get a
is
sense of
horrible
what they're
stuff.
saying about
Horrible.
Biden, because they're barely talking about COVID anymore. They're all focused on Biden. This stuff,
With an election coming up, why aren't you, Brian?
I don't even know what to say to this.
Oh,
they're focused on Biden. Yeah. Duh.
and I got to keep hyping this up. I got to hype it because he's about to show us some of the worst stuff you've ever heard said about anyone ever.
All right, let's do it.
is outrageous, but it does impact the campaign. So listen.
Message. The contrast in knowledge of events and issues, mental acuity, the contrast between Trump and Biden is striking. It's why they're keeping Biden in the basement.
I actually don't believe Joe Biden is working out of his house. I believe he's working out of a nursing home or an assisted living home because that's what he needs.
The big problem for Joe Biden is that he's falling apart. He's just falling apart.
He's not really running for the office. It's the communists that he picks as his number 2 who will be running America within 3 months after he is sent to the long rest he has worked for all of his life. A blanket over his hips, around-the-clock suites, around-the-clock care. The man needs the care right now.
That's how Monkey's living right now.
As well as my
Real quick, Dangerous Spaces, thank you. Damn it, Monk. I thought you weren't having guests on. If you're going to complain about the media, that's my specialty. Have me on again sometime. Thank you for the donation. No, and sorry, Satsu. Sin's not a guest. Sin's a brother, man.
Yeah.
We've been together a long time.
Don't make it gay.
It's a little gay.
Okay, just a little.
Okay, just a little. I mean, it's not actually touching. We can just see it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Those are the horrible things. Those are those horrible things that right-wing radio is saying that is so much worse than anything being said about Trump.
I feel like they're trying to groom Brian Stelter to be their Tucker Carlson.
That's funny.
I know it's funny, but I'm getting those vibes. Like they're trying to get him prime time, replace Don Lemon because he hasn't been bringing in good fucking anything in probably a year and a half.
Oh, he's just made too much of a fool of himself. All right, now we got to hear Brian's.
They had Chris Cuomo give him that test live on air, and Don fucking fucked it up the whole way through.
I didn't see that. I'll have to check that out.
Oh man, I watched obviously Tucker's segment on it, dude. Don didn't know the difference between a rhino and an elephant or something. It was ridiculous.
All right, now let's hear Stelter's boilerplate bullshit about this real quick.
Every day, this is what's airing on the radio. There's Michael Savage saying, "I pity the man."
I pity the man. Is that mean to say?
Nah.
To be fair, that should be I pity the foo.
I pity the fool. I mean, I pity the man. He's not making fun of him. He's like, I pity this man for what they're doing to him. Oh, no. You just call him a murderer. It's a lot easier.
Mark Levin saying, "I think Biden's in a nursing home." What the heck is going on these programs? Look at what Fox News saw on Saturday at Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
I would be I would put
out there on
$100 down right now if somebody could prove that Biden does not have a nurse.
Fox's narrative, talk radio's narrative for months has been that Joe Biden is falling apart. You just heard Ben Shapiro say it, falling apart. And there he is riding a bike, out for a bike ride. And Fox, of all networks, is the one that showed it happen. Look, we are going to see negative partisanship fuel the next 3 months, the last 3 months of this never-ending campaign. It is a key part of what is going on. It is a potion, an ugly potion that's only getting worse. Let's go on.
Yeah. Because Joe went for a bike ride, you guys, that means his mental acuity cannot be challenged at all. The fact that he can't say, what was it, fulfilled? No, featured.
Fitness.
Yeah, dude, he ate that fucking word.
Yeah, as he's sitting there bitching that somebody would question the fact that he's not, all there.
All a bike ride does is prove that he has gross motor function.
Yeah.
Like, what is that supposed to do?
He was probably riding a bike since he was like 6. So that's not exactly something that a skill you lose. You might get a little rough at it, but that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't prove his cognitive ability. It just means he might escape a lot easier.
Comrade Kitten kicked a $5 over to say, "I found this lovely book being sold in the children's section at Walmart." I don't even want to think of the word child.
Right.
At Walmart, The Anarchist Baby by Ibram X. Kendi. But I'm probably butchering that name. Ibram, Ibram X Kendi, Kendi. I don't know. SMH. Yeah, children are. Oh, okay, thank you.
The indoctrination.
I'm getting that saliva in the back of my throat.
Yeah.
I felt sick for like an hour.
That's why we're talking about Brian, because Brian's funny.
But he makes me feel sick too, just for different reasons.
I love Brian. Brian is an endless source of entertainment because the man's a moron. This is a man who just got on television. And remember, he tweeted this out. He's proud of what he did here. To tell us about how horrible. You guys heard what those guys said. The words they picked, that his team picked out to show the worst of the worst. Was it that bad?
No.
Am I alone in thinking that was like mild as fuck?
Yeah.
Hazmat, thank you. If he sounds like he is talking about CNN, or it sounds like he's talking about CNN from CNN. Well, he is, but he just doesn't mean to be.
It's projection. That's all it is. It's
Yes.
100% projection.
Because now his audience can go out there and go, oh, Brian Stelter told me how mean the people are being to Biden. The press is being so nice to Trump, but look how mean they're being to Biden. The idea that he would even mention that right-wing radio is against Joe Biden is hilarious. That he would pick these quotes to show how bad it is just, it's beyond ridiculous. It's beyond clown world. They've shot straight to ludicrous speed. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Brian? You have hosts on your network, Lemon and Cuomo, who nightly will have their little things talking about how Donald Trump has let the COVID, the disease, be as bad as it is, basically blaming him for the death of up to 150 million Americans. That's not bad. That's not negative partisanship. That's just reporting.
You mean 1,000?
What did I say, million?
Yeah, he had a Biden
1,000.
moment.
Well, yeah, Biden said
I added a zero.
Oh, look at that. About 2 hours later, Twitter finally got my report for that account.
Really? They got mine like an hour ago.
Yep, it just popped up in my feed.
Well, don't worry, they're not going to do anything about it.
All I know is that I need 358.8 thousand bullets. That's all I know. Pete for 10. I wouldn't be adverse to this money going toward ammunition or blood. Just saying. Thank you, Pete. Appreciate it.
Ex Bubba Hotep, thank you, says they've gone plaid. They have. They really have. And it's striking to me that they're putting that out there. They put that out there today. Both CNN and Stelter put this out there proudly. Like, y'all know we can watch you, right? That you brag nightly. CNN, you put clips of Cuomo up there calling Trump a murderer, for fuck's sake. He's not up there going, I pity the man.
Oh, dear God.
I pity him.
Not taken down. Okay.
I pity the fool.
Of course it's not taken down. Told you it won't be.
Y'all stop it.
I'm going to keep tabs on this.
I'm trying to move on.
I know. But the numbers fucking bug me. Like the one video had almost 1 million views, 400,000 followers.
Yeah.
12,000 likes on a tweet. That see, I'm going to get going. I don't want to do it. Okay, what do you have next? I'm going to sit here with my hands folded and like a good student.
Well, I was going to talk about this for a while longer, but you took the wind out of my sails because now I'm mad again.
Sorry.
Now I'm pissed again.
Yeah.
Can I show you something concerning?
Please.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now, of course, the image isn't loaded.
Let me know when to take it live.
Give it a second. My system's running like shit because I got like 50 things running.
Jack, why did AP delete and private his videos? Jack,
I don't know. Well, how would I know that?
I feel like me and Sinatra would be better choices to answer that.
Yeah,
I don't
talk to
know.
AP like twice. Oh, okay.
I don't talk to P like that anymore.
Yeah, I haven't talked to AP in a while.
All right, so I just took this. Yeah, I just took this still frame like not even a minute ago. You know what I see back here? Some fire, right?
Yep.
Go over to this angle. See this big fire here?
Yep.
See these cops here?
Yeah.
You see what this is?
It's a gas trunk.
Yeah,
gas
there's
tanker.
2 of them over there.
Oh, lovely.
That's about 2 car lengths away. Is that fire?
Did you guys see Antifa get their asses beat out there in was that
Seattle?
Colorado?
I saw them out in Seattle at a pro police rally getting their asses handed to them.
Oh, no. Dangerous, thank you so much. Impact is a news value. Biden's potential senility is the very definition of impact. If you're not reporting on it, you are not a news network. I would agree with you there, at least as much as you've reported on the possibility that Trump is. James Colley, thank you so much. What does a zombie vegetarian eat? Grains. Stop it. How many tickets does it take to tickle? How many tickles does it take to tickle an octopus? Tentacles. And a communist joke isn't funny unless everyone gets it. There you go. Thank you so much.
Right. Those were
Message. What was that?
Those were good. I like
those. Were. He's knocking it out today.
The last one was good.
Let's see. Where is that video? I don't think.
Let me tell you the joke my mom told me. She was fucking over the moon when she heard this. She called me and my brother like immediately. And how come cannibals don't eat clowns?
Oh, they taste funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like you might not have heard that joke, but you can kind of figure it out real quick. And I said that to her, and she's like, "You're a shit. You're a creep," and hung up. And she called my brother, and he guessed it too, and she just hung up on him.
Nice. I just threw a link into chat there. I'm not going to put it on the screen because there is violence. So Antifa's getting pushed out of this little suburb, and they're not happy about it, and they're being shits the whole way out. The problem is there are several hundred people against like 15 Antifa, and we all know how they are when it comes to fights. They're not going to get in a fight by themselves. So what they do instead of actually, going toe-to-toe with anybody is they attack a man in a wheelchair.
Oh, that's not surprising.
At which point, this crowd beats the fuck out of them.
This is great. Somebody said, we don't want your communist bullshit.
Yes.
BLM protester draws a gun on a driver. Don't do that. Stop doing that.
Don't do that. Yeah, you're going to get shot. There's actually 3 parts to that video. If you click underneath Keem's tweet there, underneath the video itself, it says from and then the user. You can find the other 2 parts of it. Only one of them, it shows the end of the fight. But yeah, these poor little Antifa guys, they got beat up.
I'd like to pretend I feel bad, but I don't. Fuck these people.
I don't feel bad even a little bit. I'm glad it happened, because if they would have kept their hands to themselves, there wouldn't have been a problem.
Yeah.
Good.
I was watching it last night of the protests, and they're out in the suburbs, and they're doing dumb shit. Like, you guys are going to get killed. You're confronting people, random strangers. There was an accident where the other night where somebody got collided with a scooter.
Yeah.
And that was a big deal, of course, but it ended up being just like the chick tried to jump on the scooter and it wrecked because of that. But before that, it was this elaborate thing. And last night, there was a guy standing on a concrete block, and he's obviously a cop, and he's holding a rifle. He's in with the other cops. And they're like, he has a different uniform, and he's got a gun. He must be a Proud Boy recruiter.
Oh, God. They're so afraid of the Proud Boys who aren't even down there.
No, they're hiding. They're sneaky, the Proud Boys. They're infiltrating. See?
I think they've built up this boogeyman of a bad guy from the Proud Boys to just right-wingers in general.
Yeah.
This boogeyman that they assume anybody remotely right-wing, Proud Boy, whatever, is immediately a fascist. I don't think the thought even occurs to them that, no, we just disagree politically. They're fascist. They're bad. We have to take care of them. And then somehow they got misgendering people is violence, but lighting courthouses on fire is speech. Yeah. I don't know where those wires crossed, but
well, there's a funny thing that the thing Jack was just talking about out there in Seattle. If you've watched the news, everybody's on their side. The protesters, they're just fighting against the bad system. And there was a protest today in support of the police, and Antifa showed up. About 50 of them? And they ran into a crowd of several hundred.
Yep.
And yeah, most people do not support these shitbags. But you wouldn't get that idea from watching the news. You know,
No.
people like Stelter.
People go, there's not enough people into it to start a civil war. I don't know. Last time it took 1% of the population, both sides combined.
Let's see. I wanted to where's that at? There's a great video I saw earlier today. I don't know if we can actually hear it, but I'll show the tweet and I'll throw the link into chat so you guys can listen to it. But it's from an arrest yesterday. And this lady who tweeted it out says this: male PPB officers detained a female protester and patted her down with no female officers present.
PPB.
Portland Police Bureau.
Yeah. I asked if they had a female officer to do pat downs. One responded, nope. The other said, how do you know I don't identify as female? Other officers laughed. The funny part of
James Colley for 5. Joke I told my mom the other day. How do you get a one-armed Pollock out of a tree?
How?
You wave at him. That's good. That's pretty good. That gets a bell.
Do you guys remember that commie I told you I've been agreeing with and it's really disturbing me?
Yeah.
She's the reason I saw this.
Oh, God.
No, seriously. This is her. She says, but seriously, how do you know that the officer didn't identify as female? And she goes on to say, these people are really good at identifying males and females based purely on the superficial traits they claim don't matter when they need to. Laugh my fucking ass off. I'm agreeing too much with this commie.
Field Marshal Anna.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was that made me agree with her the first time. Like, all right, I'll follow and listen. But she said she does think she's very against identitarianism. She thinks identity politics is crap, which is probably what I agree. I don't agree with her on any of the commie shit. But I just love that. It's like, yeah, how do you know he didn't identify as female? And isn't it the rule with the pat downs? It's if an officer's available.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit there and wait 20 minutes to wow, monkey, you agree on something. Comrade Kitty, I am not that bad. I agree with people sometimes. A broken clock is right twice a day. No, when it comes to the identity politics shit, she is firmly against it. And for her, it largely comes down to the fact that she's a lesbian and what would be termed a TERF. Even though she's not against trans people, she just believes that women and men are different. And, you guys have heard the spiel many times. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we're brought to you by you. Hit that like button, hit the share button. And if you can, please throw some shekels at my friends here. They're great guys who are here of their own accord. And they're awesome. Throw money at them.
That Pollock joke was good. That was good.
That is a good one. One of my favorites is how do you keep a Pollock in suspense? And you just leave it hanging. You can use that with anything.
Yeah.
Pollock is just the first one I heard it about. It was in back in the 80s, Pollock jokes were the bee's knees, as Joe Biden might say. Anyway, she might be an idiot on economics, but she might be well-adjusted otherwise. Yeah, like I said, she is a commie. She's a self-admitted commie. That's not me calling her names. She says it. And if you read her post, she's absolutely a commie. She just doesn't like the identity stuff, which is funny because it's what's helping communism actually catch on in America. It's how they're dividing people to play the class warfare game.
Did you talk about that the bitch who had a meltdown that Trump signed all 4 executive orders with one pen?
Yes, I talked about it on the show yesterday. Shrouded Angel, thank you. What's a Polak? Somebody from Poland. Thank you for the donation. But yeah, it was I don't know if it's not a slander, is it? That's not a slur.
I don't know.
I don't know if it is or not. Yeah, guys, yesterday there was a woman who, oh my God, he had 4 pens and he signed all of the executive orders with 1. Yeah, that's the big problem of the day, lady. Oh my God. Sounds more like she's more a naive girl child living a fantasy than a commie.
Maybe.
Well, child living a fantasy, isn't that like all commies?
I sent you a thing, monkey. That should be some good fodder.
What'd you send it me?
A thing.
I see that. What thing?
It was.
Oh, I did see this.
I can't wait.
I'm wondering how real this is. It says on September 17th, 2020, we will lay siege to the White House for exactly 50 days. We need your wisdom. Stay home. And expertise to pull off a radically democratic tone shift in our politics. Are you ready for hashtag revolution? This is the hashtag White House siege. And then adbusters.org, which is some weird site. It's not a good idea to talk about sieging the White House and revolution. You're going to get shot.
Yep, and they should. If they're posting shit like this and people are showing up, I would assume every one of them was an insurrectionist.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about right there.
Yeah.
That's how you get, what was this? Was it Gerard Butler?
Yeah.
And that's how you get Gerard Butler on your ass. You don't want that.
You don't want that.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good idea.
No, not at all. And you know what? If any of these people get shot, all they have to do is show this and be like, look, these people were going to like do something to the White House. This was a direct threat to our republic.
Yeah.
We've got to do something about it. And I'd have no problem with it. These people are fucking dumb. They're telegraphing everything they do, and they're stupid. And I have no problem if they want to go out and arrest all the people involved and hold them for interrogation on a federal level. Because this shit's getting worse.
Hold them on treason charges. That's treason, you stupid shit.
Yeah, take them to Gitmo for a weekend. But they'll break.
They break on the flight there.
They're not real fucking revolutionaries. They're not.
They want to be.
Yeah, they desperately
want to be. They want to lead the revolution, but not with rifle in hand. You know what I mean?
They're too pussy to use a rifle.
Yeah.
Scary.
I mean, our founding fathers, the majority of them actually fought in the revolution. They took up arms against the British. They weren't just sitting in their mansion going, yeah, go over there and fight those guys so we can change the country. These were men who actually went out and do it. These pussy-ass motherfuckers are like, I hope somebody does something. I mean, I'm going to stand there and yell, but I hope somebody does something.
As soon as the cops take one step, I'm running away like a
yes. Sin, do you watch any of the footage of these idiots running away from the police?
No, I don't.
Oh, it's some of the greatest entertainment on earth, man. It's such a fucking freak parade. There's people out there in furry costumes and Viking helmets and playing the banjo. There's a guy playing a banjo right now. It's fucking parade of degenerate weirdos, and they're all there like to fight the man. So I recommend watching it occasionally. You will feel a lot better about our chances against these kind of clowns.
Yeah, every night, anywhere from I would say, 4 our time to 6 our time. The police get tired of it. They're like, all right, we've had enough. You idiots need to go home. And they'll form a line. And they'll be like, you guys need to go home. And they give them a couple of warnings. And then they just start charging. And these little pussy-ass motherfuckers who outnumber the police easily 10-1. Easily. Turn and run like motherfuckers.
Yeah, they don't want to get beat up. They're not that into the cause.
No. It's funny when they do, though. I'm not going to lie. Every so often, one of them will try to fight back, and they're like, oh, I wouldn't do that. But please continue. And then you have people, why are the police doing that to them? Well, because you see how he punched him when he first walked up there. You can't punch a cop.
Yeah, it's generally that's widely regarded as a bad move.
There's so much of this. If you only watch all of this stuff on Twitter, you don't get a good sense of what's actually been going on. Because you'll either only get a couple of like Andy Knows clips, which does show some of it, but even Andy doesn't get all the best stuff. Or you're going to get the other side who's like, oh, look how they're beating this protester. Like, show what he did before that.
Yeah.
Show that part you didn't show.
Whenever I see videos like that, I'm like, okay, what context are we missing? Because this did not start with this poor guy getting his head bashed in.
Joseph Kerwin, thank you so much. Who says, thanks for the show, guys. Thank you for watching and thank you for the donation. It's just so much. It's so fun to watch. I'm hooked on it still. I've taken a couple of days off, and last night I was playing a video game and just kind of in a weird headspace to begin. My brain just wouldn't work properly last night. And that lasted until I didn't go to bed till 3:30, you guys. I was up at 5 so I could have dinner and then go do the game stream. Or was it 5:30? Yeah. So I'm still a little bit tired. But yeah, Jack, I had every intention to go to sleep last night and it just never worked.
Nah, sleep's overrated. There's all this entertainment to watch. Look, I was effectively in bed for the past 2 days, and I was still watching this shit because it's like my soap opera. Just to see which trash can they're gonna burn today, how many dumpsters they're gonna set on fire. It's glorious. They really hate trash. You saw that video, the old lady.
I think that's more projection too.
Well, it's self-loathing for sure.
Yeah.
Green Death says, Mug, can I get a birthday song for my friend Alex? It was her birthday yesterday. Alex, this one's for you.
Is Alex there?
I don't know. Look, I hope, even if Alex isn't there, I hope he plays it for her later and she touches his wiener.
Do you want Alex to touch your wiener? Because we could make it to where she would want to or wouldn't want to.
Either way, I'm going to sing. Alex,
I got to do the Satsu bit, so I got to know if he wants Alex to touch his wiener or not.
Oh, my God.
I
Is this
know
a
my
wiener
role.
touch or not? We need to know. Sorry if we're making this weird for you and Alex.
Alex is a dude.
What? That said her. That said it's her birthday yesterday. How dare you?
You missed.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. Okay. All right.
All right. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
He wants you to touch his wiener.
Happy birthday to you.
This is a very subtle
Message.
Happy birthday, dear Alex, yesterday.
Maybe put it in your mouth a little bit, flick it with your tongue. Blah, blah, blah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Alex. I hope you had a great one. I really do. And Uncle Ira says it's his birthday and he's here. This one's yours. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
No one's touching your wiener.
Happy birthday to you.
A wiener touchless birthday.
Happy birthday, Uncle Ira.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sir. I hope you had a great one too, or have a great one, depending on whether it's the beginning or the end. Either way, I hope it's good.
My real one's coming up.
Nice.
How old are you going to be this year? 27?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're getting old, man.
Dude, I feel it.
You were just a baby when we met.
I think I'm getting not arthritis, carpal tunnel in my left hand. And dude, I bend it wrong and I get like that funny bone feeling all the way up my fucking arm. It's awful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Welcome to aging. Wait till you hit 40, everything starts breaking. I got an image I want to show you here, Sin. This is what you've been missing.
Yeah.
Where are you seeing this?
We watch a stream on a guy's channel named Eyes On. He retweets or he restreams like 4 or 5 different streams, up to like 7 at a time, 8 at a time.
Yeah.
And it's just Portland?
It depends if any of the other cities blow up real bad. For the most part, it's Portland because that's where most of the shit is happening.
Yeah. See, here we got a guy in a Speedo with a mask on and a helmet and the Black Knight.
All right.
So,
right next to each other.
Right next to each other. And there's a medic with her fupa pouch in case one of them gets hurt.
Can I get a link to this?
Yeah.
I got it up right now. Hold on. I'll get you the link.
Yeah, toss the eyes on link in there.
That's an old image, but it's a good time.
Yeah, that's from back when they were still fucking with the Justice Center.
All the good freakos came out on that one.
You say that like it's forever ago.
Well, it feels like it because we've been watching this for 70
fuck did he go?
days.
He said you said it was forever going left, like he was offended at that notion.
Oh,
Sin, you hit the wrong button, jackass. There
I
he
want
is.
to old news them out.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I forgot I'm not on Chrome, so right-clicking and getting the first thing is not the right thing I got to do.
Right. But welcome back, sir. Yeah, these things, if you watch them like we do, I mean, a week. You know how a week is a long time in internet time? A week is a very long time in riot time.
Yeah. You will see a weird assortment of people just parading out, and you'll think it was like from 2 days ago, but it was really an hour ago.
Yeah. And this is just about the time they should start getting rowdy. It's
it's usually starts around midnight their time, or 11
their time usually.
Yeah, because around 2 a.m. our time is when the shift change happens. So for the cops, and they think they could just go ahead and riot and nothing will happen. But yeah, it never works out. And as soon as the cops leave, something's on fire. It's usually a dumpster or something like that.
Joseph, real quick, Joseph Kerwin, thank you so much. He says Sinatra always pretends it's his birthday, just a ploy to get more presents. Thank you for the donation.
No, but it's my real one.
That's what you tell us.
Coming up.
Did they already declare a riot tonight?
Probably. I haven't been listening to the audio.
Who's declaring it, and what does it matter if they do?
When they declared a riot, go ahead, Jack. I'm sorry.
If they declared a riot, they can start using tear gas instead of just smoke, and they can use the pepper balls. The Stadies are out there, so they can use a lot more than the Portland or Seattle cops can. So, like, the Seattle police are a lot more limited than, Portland's more limited than Seattle for some reason. So, if you're watching one over the other, you need to know who can do what. So, the Stadies tend to launch the actual tear gas, whereas the city cops, like the PPB, can only shoot gas and occasionally pepper balls. But they all still have nightsticks.
Portland declared a riot about 30 minutes to an hour ago. Oh, they're not fucking around tonight. Usually, they declare the riot and then they just break shit up. Like, we're done. It's over. Go home.
Oh, well, here's something from Andy No about a minute ago. Breaking: mob of Antifa Antifa in Seattle gathered in the former Chaz area and have broken into several businesses.
Yeah, I'm watching one of them get arrested right now.
Beautiful
stuff off of them.
Why do you? Okay, I have a lot of questions. First off, if these people can just riot all night, what are they doing during the day? They're not fucking working. So, okay, I can only riot until 4 o'clock this morning. I gotta get to work kind of early. And who is paying? I want to follow the fucking money.
Yeah,
where is this coming from?
Well, they have it. They have at least one. Probably 2 or more dedicated supply vehicles.
Yeah, they have 3. I've identified 3 distinct vehicles that are their snack vehicles that also have equipment in them, and they're all the same type of or model of van. They're those white utility vans. So I know
no. I mean to live their life. Like, rioting doesn't pay rent.
Oh, they're a bunch of trust fund kids.
Yeah, they're rich kids.
Yeah, these are upper middle class kids. They're not like your poor people. Most of these kids have money. Plus, they probably are getting some funding from like China or Soros or somebody. It wouldn't surprise me a bit. I'm leaning more toward China at this point, just for the instability factor.
I think you might be right on that.
I still lean towards Soros for the same reason.
Yeah, I think both parties have a vested interest in destabilizing the country.
Yep.
But yeah, it really doesn't. Nobody's going to stop them. Nobody's going to do anything about this. They all do the no bail thing, where you get held for a few hours to get processed, photographed, fingerprints, and then they just let them go.
Yep.
I do love the mugshots Andy No puts up.
Oh yeah, yeah. One of these days we're gonna have to go through and critique those because the photographers are just doing a beautiful job.
Real quick, Galen says he sent you Streamlabs, Sin.
All right. There was once a superhero with the power to make his legs grow. They call him Negro.
Oh dear God!
Wow.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, yesterday, Monkey, you missed the best part.
Thank you.
One of the ACLU observers got arrested.
Yes. Tell me, it was that smarmy little fuck with that gay mustache?
No, it was a little Asian chick.
Ah, damn it!
She was interfering with an arrest, so possibly assaulting a cop too. So she got arrested.
Joseph, again, thank you so much. He says, I'd love to see a fun riot stream. Just riot footage in the background while the host sits in the armchair with cigars, chat, and make commentary. We've kind of done that before. Unfortunately, my internet doesn't allow for me to restream these. So what we do is we tell people what we're watching, and then we just dive into it. We've done that at least twice.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun because we just sit here and make fun of these idiots. And wait for I miss the federal building because every so often, and you could feel it coming. It's like, guys, you need to stop. The gas is coming.
Yeah,
and they never caught on. They got gassed every time.
Right? You could just sense when the feds have had their lip fill of their nonsense, and then they'll be like, all right, well, we got to go put this fire out.
Yeah.
And we'll gas some people. And the crowd just falls for it every time because they're stupid. These are useful idiots. They are not smart people. There's a handful of troublemakers in there that you know are Antifa because they're all dressed like Black Bloc. But the other people are just the useful idiots that they surround themselves with as meat shields.
There's not many people out here.
No, there was a crowd earlier, but I don't know where everybody went. They may have dispersed already. But there were quite a few out a little while ago.
It would be really early for them to just go home at this point.
Yeah. I'm betting they're staging somewhere.
Because Sin, what you usually see is you'll have the big crowd at the beginning, and the police will break them up a little bit. And that'll happen 2 or 3 times until you just have the hardcorers who the police will do one last push and then they go home. You just watch the crowd slowly die down. This looks like they're just like, fuck it. Mom's mad at me. I got to pay rent. No, they don't pay rent to their mom. Come on.
Who you kidding?
You know better than that shit. Oh. And the ones that I am seeing out here, I'm not seeing the Black Blockers right now.
No, not either. That always worries me because they're diehards. They're the true believers. And when they're not there, that means they're somewhere else.
Oh, I hope they're at Wheeler's house.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
Anyway, yeah, keep an eye on it. Let me know if anything interesting happens. Because I can't just watch that every night. It's fun to do, but
no, this is my heroine.
It's so much fun. Alyssa Milano put out a video today, guys.
Hey, real quick before you get into that, I'm gonna jet. I got to get up early. Thanks for having me on and making me not as irate as I was before.
Always a pleasure to help. Thanks for coming by, dude.
And thank you, chat, for the donations. Very appreciated. I am gonna try to get some ammo tomorrow, but fuck, man, that everything around here is just you can only get 1 box at a time, or they're going for $1 a round at some places.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
Have a good one, bud. Take care.
See ya.
So, Alyssa Milano put out a video today, Jack.
Oh, of course she did.
She put out a video showing us what COVID does to your hair. Because she had the COVID, don't you know?
Does it wash that man right out of her hair?
No. I thought I had the video. I hate when I do this because whoops, that's not the right Alyssa. I clicked too far down. I don't even know that other Alyssa. I responded to it instead of retweeting it, which always is a pain in the ass. Now, remember, guys, this is going to be a video. We're not going to listen to her because who gives a shit what she has to say? Just watch along and see what happens because of COVID to your hair. She's got her hair. It's all long and wet right now. She's about to brush it, you guys. And she's got some weird dog brush. I don't know what kind of
that thing.
The fuck kind of brush is that? And dry your chin, bitch. There's stuff. Anyhow, watch, you guys. Watch.
She has really long hair. Some of that's probably normal. Others probably her shampoo. Like her shampoos make her lose some hair.
Yeah. As we've talked about, this woman didn't have COVID. There's no way she had COVID.
No,
Jack, I didn't. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just commenting that's just really long hair.
Yeah, that's what you brush long hair. Like Prospero said, don't brush your hair when it's wet. Yeah, it's gonna rip it out like that, and it's very normal, especially if you have long hair, for your hair to come out like that. Now, if she keeps doing that, she's gonna go bald, which would be great, because that's gonna make the new "Who's the Boss" really awkward.
Yeah, it'd be like, who's
Look how
the
much
boss?
gray is in
Trump?
How much gray is in that?
Well, she is like what, almost 50.
Yeah, she's born in 72, if I remember correctly, December of 72. That's not me stalking her. We just looked it up the other day. She claims that on April 2nd, she was suffering from the COVID to where she had to go wear some kind of weird mask at the hospital, which was obviously her bedroom.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry.
It was totally her bedroom.
Totally her bedroom. And she tells us that she had it for 2 weeks. Jack, do you remember my criticism of Lena Dunham?
Yes.
And her claim? That she claims she got it in March, which would have put her in the very earliest of people who got it.
Yeah.
Alyssa here, if you go by her April 2nd date, and she'd had it for 2 weeks, that puts her mid-March, which means she would have been one of the first 20,000 U.S. residents to get this disease, which again is possible. But when you add it together with the fact that over that 2 weeks, and then after that 2 weeks, just days after she supposedly had this, she's in the hospital with that mask on. She was doing interviews and podcasts. The bitch is a liar.
Of course she is.
This is some stolen sick valor. Look how it's taking out my hair. You think her pubes are gray?
Probably a few of them.
You think she has them, or you think she shaves them all?
I would hope she shaves them, but she's probably got a big old hairy bush. She's got big hairy armpits or something.
I bet she does something stylish with it.
She's got it shaped like a question mark or something.
Hammer and sickle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that'd be freaky.
Yeah.
Fuck communism.
Oh, God. Yeah, she's dying on this hill, apparently. 65% of COVID survivors surveyed reported experiencing hair loss, among other long-term effects. Which is funny because she then links to a Fox News story. Oh, so suddenly you believe in Fox News.
Jesus. Look, she's just not experiencing hair loss except for combing her hair when it's wet or brushing her hair when it's wet. And that a lot of that looked like normal hair loss. Like, she has long hair. You're going to get what looks like a lot, but it's really just a handful of strands.
Yeah, especially when you're doing it wet like that, you silly bitch.
Yeah. This is why I get a buzz cut, man. I don't have to deal with that shit then.
Yep. Look, Lady Monkey, I am forever surprised she's not bald. She leaves hair everywhere. And it's like, how have you not gone bald yet?
Women shed.
They do. It's weird. It's like having a house cat. Except for one that takes care of you when you're sick like I am. Dude, she made me ribs for dinner. They were good.
Damn.
Yeah. She said she was at Walmart the other day and they just had a whole bunker full of them. And she went, oh, what the hell? Why not? And so she picks them up and made them, and they were wonderful.
Nice.
James Colley, thank you. Fuck for communism? Yeah, something like that. She's probably got a tattoo of Mao right above her mouth.
This fucking Mao.
Her clit shaped like Stalin. I'm just saying. Is Lady Monkey back home? Yes, she got home. Was it Friday night? Friday night, Saturday? Dude, when Saturday morning when I went to sleep because she was home, I slept like a fucking baby, Jack.
Nice.
I slept so good, and I uninterrupted sleep, which you guys know I don't get very often. And yeah, I just slept like a baby. I do not sleep well if she's not in the house. I can't take it. Come on, man. Of course, Alyssa claims she has the CCP virus. Oh, God. She's so silly, bitch. All right, what else was I going to talk about tonight, Jack? Let's see. Got rid of Alyssa. There was something. What was it Trump did today that got people up in arms there for a minute? Did I say that? Oh, there's another video. Antifa, if you want to see the difference between when they have the numbers and when they don't, how much braver they are. This is a video. I'm not going to play it, but it's of them abusing a woman and almost breaking a camera of an actual reporter who was taking the woman's picture, not theirs.
Yeah.
Slapped it right the fuck out of his hand. Yeah, she was just trying to put a flag that was on fire out. How dare you? They don't like it when you try to put out their fires.
No, they like fire. Almost as much as they hate trash.
They're little firebugs, man.
Yeah, they are.
Geraldo's trending for some fucking reason.
He stood up for Trump the other day for some minor thing. I think that probably got him in some trouble.
Well, he had a tweet today, and I did see it earlier. Something to the effect of, there's reasons not to vote for Trump, but, here it is. It says, there are reasons to vote against Donald Trump. If he loses, though, I'll blame Republican traitors. What's wrong with that?
No, I don't know.
There's a bunch of people like, how dare you, Geraldo? Why are you being all liberal and not all Republican and not liberal? You were a news person. We used to like you.
Well, Geraldo's a pretty lefty guy, so I can see why they see that as some kind of betrayal, but it's a pretty innocuous statement.
Now, my favorite story of the day. Did I? I don't think I did. I'm gonna have to dig through my. Damn it, Monkey! Why do you do that? Why do you? This is why I retweet shit. Fuck! I know better than this. I need a producer. Nope. It was a Stelter, or it was a Chris Saliza. Chris Saliza. He retweeted something, and I know I responded on it. Here it is. There's a story from the New York Times. The story from the New York Times is how Kristi Noem, she's the governor of South Dakota, sorry. Mount Rushmore and Trump fueled speculation about Pence's job. So Donald Trump really wanted to do this speech up there at Mount Rushmore. Reportedly, somebody from the White House called up South Dakota and went, how can we get Trump on, or no, not specifically Trump, but what are the steps to get a president onto Mount Rushmore, which, by the way, you wouldn't call South Dakota for. That is a federal landmark.
Yeah, what you call like the people that run the national parks?
Yeah, you'd call it the National Park Service. But anyway, because of Trump wanting to go up there and communications back and forth with the governor of South Dakota, reportedly there were some people who thought Mike Pence might lose his job and that she would take over on the ticket. And she supposedly flew out to D.C. and personally told him, look, I don't even want your job. But here's the thing about this story. This is a story about a rumor that wasn't even true. This is a New York Times piece. It is a story about a rumor that wasn't true. And Crystalisa retweeted it, quoting part of it.
Of course he did.
Like, of course, somebody from CNN likes a story about a rumor that's not true.
For people that are always saying that stuff is a hoax or is fake news, you know, they're the worst about it. They're always like, no, that's a Republican talking point. They are the biggest conspiracy theorists out there. They love a conspiracy.
This is a story that it was written by two people. I want to repeat again what it is. It is a story about a rumor that wasn't true.
But they want it to be true.
It doesn't help anybody for it to be true. It would actually probably help Trump if Noam came on. I think I'm saying her name right. It's Noem. Noem?
Noam, I don't know.
Noam, whatever. It would help him if she came on, because then he'd have a minority woman on his ticket. But if there's nothing else you know about Trump, know that he is loyal to people who are loyal to him. He values loyalty pretty much above all else.
Yeah.
And Pence has been fiercely loyal to the president.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for that to even been a thing other than news people talking. That's how this became a thing. The news started a rumor that wasn't true and is reporting on it now. To tell you, hey, it's not true, by the way. They do tell you that in the story. It's not true. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's your media, guys. That's your Brian Stelter. I can't believe. Hey, his fucking. Oh, God. I got the vapors watching this. Fuck. Seriously. You saw those quotes. Well, you listened to them. They actually played the clips. There was nothing in there that was horrible. Nothing. They're not saying anything that the Sanders team hadn't said.
Right?
But it has just taken such a bad turn, you guys. It's like our republic is never going to be the same after this. Donald Trump is a murderer, but they're calling Joe Biden. Oh, man. They said they pitied him. Like, for real? That's your media. Johnny says, not my media. You know what? Much like people who don't claim Trump is their president, this is your media, man. Unless you're from a different country, and then you probably have even worse. God help you if you're in Britain. Jesus, those poor bastards.
Yeah,
they got the BBC.
Well, they're taking the BBC, all right.
Yeah, they are. It's fitting that that's their moniker.
Yeah, even if you don't consume this type of media, this is what a lot of the general public is being educated by.
Yep.
You don't have to like it. You just have to listen to it anyway and understand what they're pushing, because they push a lot of bullshit and half-truths and straight-up lies just for the sake of brainwashing the masses. If they can get people to not vote for Trump or not listen to other media sources that are alternative, they will do that. They will do anything they can to perpetuate their narratives.
Well, if you just listen to what Stelter was saying there, this is the worst thing. How dare right-wing radio is against Biden. Well, yeah. That'd be like somebody going, CNN is for liberals. Anybody with a brain's going, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, obviously.
Right-wing radio has been against, because if you, I talked over it, so I don't know if it came out, but he does say they've turned, it's all about Joe Biden and other Democrats. That's their bread and butter. That's what they talk about.
Yeah. What do you want them to talk about? Game of Thrones?
I mean, that kind of shit is just like, how can you even say that? You know damn good and well that you're just out there causing a problem. You're lying to people. And you know, Jack, I've been reading that book, and I'm not even sure how far through it I am. The one you recommended, Propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary.
I know, right?
It's scary.
That's a book everybody should read if they want to understand modern media. Propaganda by Edward Bernays.
And you know, I understand it within the context that he's talking, because this is what, back in the 30s? No,
Yeah.
because this was after the war, wasn't it? This was 50s?
No, this would be 20s.
Was it? Okay, after the First World War.
Yeah, because Goebbels referenced this book as being one of his inspirations.
Gotcha. And they point out that propaganda itself is not bad. It's how it's used. And it's gotten a negative connotation because, well, it's often used negatively. But I get it in the context that he's talking about, because he's talking about, you know, with newspapers and radio, and he's talking about how more connected everybody was. That's the part that really made me go, whoa. Because when you take that and you move it to something like social media, it's like, ooh, yeah. And it's what you see. It's like I've told you guys, if you go over to Twitter every day, every fucking day, there is a hashtag that is derogatory towards the president. Every fucking day, there's a hashtag derogatory towards the president on the trending list. We know for a fact that they've told us this, that the trending list is curated. That's them telling you we are pushing this propaganda.
Yep.
But don't worry, guys. They're not going to sell ads to Russians, because that might be a dirty, underhanded trick. These fucking assholes. The balls on these people. But the majority of the populace is fucking stupid.
Yeah, well, they're uneducated or they're not politically savvy. And most people that have jobs, they don't have time to delve into whether or not something's true or not. They do a deep dive through Google. You know, they're tired. They work. They have their kids or whatever. Your average normie doesn't do real research on this stuff. So they just believe what the trusted news they watch says.
Yep. And that's why the news is so upset about fake news. It's not that they're called fake news. It's that Donald Trump has said it to their faces, and they're worried people are going to, well, believe it. They know they're fake news. They know they make shit up.
They just don't want you to know that.
Yeah. Presidents don't do that. I mean, Reagan used to give him shit all the time, but even he didn't come out and go, you guys are fake news. And Donald Trump's just like, I've dealt with you fuckers my whole life. Because he has.
Yeah.
Donald Trump has dealt with New York media, which, by the way, is some of the worst media in the country. He's dealt with New York media for decades. And he gets up there with his bully pulpit and like, you guys are fake news. And it's true.
Yeah, they've been lying about him for years.
Yeah. But that's all right, man, because they want you to believe what they want you to believe, and too many people will. Geraldo's wrong. If Trump loses, it won't have anything to do with the never Trump crowd, with the Republican traitors, as he called them. It'll have everything to do with social media shutting everybody down.
Yeah.
Quote, you're not supposed to tell people we're full of shit, right? I just love that they get mad like the other day at that press conference that he gave where he invited the public to come. That Jim Acosta whined because they were chanting fake news at the press. Well,
it's funny.
That's what you get.
Don't be fake news. People
Stop
won't
lying, bitch.
right?
I do wonder, Jack, what do you think about the silent majority?
I think it's not so much the silent majority as the not paying attention population.
There's this hope among Trumpers that there's just this silent majority out there who's keeping their opinion to themselves because they're too afraid to share it. And I understand people being afraid to, seriously, all kidding aside, I understand people being afraid to say, I'm a Trump supporter. The shit you'll get just for saying that is astounding. And it magnifies by different factors, depending on whether you're a white man, a woman, a black man, a black woman. It just gets, it ups worse and worse. They'll go after your fucking job just for being a Trump supporter. They'll try to ruin your life just for supporting the man. Which, by the way, that's fucking disgusting. That's not negative partisanship, though, Jack. It's not like they're saying that you're mentally ill. That would be negative. Negative. The press just feeds this shit alone because they know most people aren't gonna question it, and the kind of people who will have been shut up. They're on sites where they're preaching to the choir.
Yep.
And that's, I think that's one of the reasons the left, I know the right doesn't like Ben for various different reasons, but Ben Shapiro's one that the left really, really hates because they can't get him with hate speech and stuff. For the most part, Ben is a very straight-laced guy.
Yeah.
He said, I forget the one, he said something stupid once, which he's recanted and apologized for. But for the most part, he walks the line. He's not an edgelord kind of person.
Yeah, he's kind of just general dorky dude.
He's milquetoast.
Yeah, he's very milquetoast, and I don't mind Shapiro. I agree with some of what he says, obviously, but I think they're gonna find a way to get rid of him eventually, just
Sure.
like with Steven Crowder and a lot of the others. If they don't like you, you're gonna be gone.
Oh, excuse me. They and they're working on it, and just in case they can't get rid of you, there's Brian Stelter there to tell you, look, they're being way too mean about this stuff. Really? Hazmat, thank you. I just remembered, did you guys hear the news about this YouTuber prank? Got in big trouble for pretending to rob a bank and almost got one Uber driver killed. I did not hear about that.
I didn't either, but it doesn't surprise me. People are stupid. I did hear that the feds raided at Jake Paul's place.
Yeah, there was some. I saw somebody get really upset because they dropped the charges against him without prejudice, so they can reinstate him.
Yeah,
but the local police dropped charges against him because the feds are involved. The feds raided his compound and one of his friends' places, and there's something with how they do their investigations that it's more helpful for the feds if there's not local charges pending. So the locals dropped the charges with the ability to bring them again, and somebody's like, rules for thee, not for me, because all they did was read the headline and not the story.
Yeah.
It's like, no, they're still gonna get his ass, but
now it's going to be a federal pound me in the ass prison charge.
Yep.
Yeah, he's dumb. That was the stupidest thing he could have done. You go to another state to commit crimes? Come on, you're stupid.
Yeah, and he keeps maintaining we didn't do any of the looting, motherfucker. You are holding, what is it?
It's a bottle of booze or something.
Yeah, it's like vodka with the like PF Chang's or something like that. You can see the insignia on the bottle because it's their brand or they had it labeled or something. Yeah. Somebody stole that bottle and you had it, bitch.
Yeah. And I'd be willing to bet that he's the type of person that's dumb enough to leave the footage on his computer somewhere of him stealing it.
Or dumb enough to think that he knew how to get rid of it when you're talking about the FBI.
Right.
The FBI has ways to find shit that's on your computers, things that you've done. One of the coolest stories I ever watched, Jack, on was Investigation Discovery or Dateline or one of those stupid things. This goes all the way back to the early days of compact discs. And they found a compact disc that was an important piece of evidence that had busted, and they weren't sure how to do it, how to fix it, and how to read it. Because you don't want to spin a broken disc because it'll just shatter.
Yeah.
And they found a way to do it with some special kind of procedure to where they were able to take all of that information off that disc, even though it was busted to fuck. These guys, our government is not good at a lot of things. They're not good at most things. But when it comes to finding ways to fuck you, they will do it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're real good at that.
Justified or not. In this case, it was justified. But, I mean, justified or not, they will find a way to fuck you. Oh, it's what they do best. You need a special machine. Oh, you mean to do the disc? No, there was actually a way that they did it where they were able to get it to play somehow to keep it intact even though it was busted. Because you spin those things and it's what 7,000 RPMs, I think was maybe it was only 5,000 RPMs at the time. That's fast as fuck. And if you have the slightest ding in a CD, it can blow apart at that speed.
Yeah.
Angry, have a good night, my friend.
Later, Angry.
I don't get all the right-wing hate for Ben Shapiro. Me neither. I think the right wing shoots themselves in the foot a lot. I think with any media personality, there's very few media personalities that the right wing will latch onto and just love. Rush being probably the only one I can think of that is universally, you don't hear anybody say bad shit about him on the right.
Yeah.
Everyone else, I mean, you see people actively trying to destroy them from their own side. It's not the lefties doing. I mean, we talked about that with Milo. Milo was not destroyed by lefties. He was destroyed by righties. The right wing came after him because he got invited to talk at CPAC. And how dare they let him do that?
Yeah, I never understood that one.
Well, one of two things, Jack. It's either that they still didn't trust him from when he was on the other side in Gamergate for a day, or they don't like gay people. I don't know. You decide. He had been one of their best, I don't want to say recruiters, but recruiting people to the right. He was one of their best spokespeople.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jordan, thank you so much. My mom won't let my dad fly his Trump flag, and they live in a conservative state, small conservative town. That sold me a bit on the silent majority. I don't know how much there is of a silent majority. I think there's some, for sure. But I don't think it's the wave that people think it is.
Well, I hope it's true because I really don't want to watch a dementia patient get sworn in as president, and then we're stuck with whatever insane lunatic he picked as a VP. I really don't want Biden to win this. So I'm hoping there's an actual silent majority, but I just don't know if I have that faith anymore. Especially after watching riots go on for more than 2 months.
Syndicky says Milo was hit because he was talking about how he slept with a priest when he was underage. That's what they used against him. That was 2-year-old footage at that time that everybody knew about. They didn't bring it out and go to the media over it until he was named for CPAC. I mean, you can watch the timeline. That's what happened. And they went after him, and it wasn't because of that. If it was because of that, they would have done it much, much sooner.
Yeah. That's the problem with cancel culture is they'll sit on material and have like a J. Edgar Hoover style dossier on someone, and they'll go after you years later over something you said or did.
And there was somebody, Virgil, where was that at? Virgil says, people on the right hate Shapiro for the same reason they hate Coulter and Charlie Kirk. He latched onto the right in an effort to push his own agenda. He doesn't give a shit about America. I mean, I guess that's an opinion. That's not been my experience watching Shapiro. And again, I'm not a huge Shapiro fan. I have trouble listening to him. You ever see what is it? The cartoon thing, Freedom Cartoons? Is that what it is?
Oh, Freedom Tunes. Yeah.
Freedom Tunes. I can't listen to Ben Shapiro without hearing that Shapiro, which is funny as shit.
Did you say good morning to Stargazer?
Good morning, Nuts. How are you, sweetie? Zan says, I'm a Shapiro fan. You don't have to, and then with the shrugging shoulder, yeah, fuck it. Freedom Tunes is great. Freedom Tunes is amazing. I fucking love those guys. They're clever. They're clever as hell. Is it just one person or is it more that do that? I don't know.
It's got to be a team, I would think.
A lot of people say Shapiro doesn't care about America because he supports Israel. Yeah, I know there's part of that in certain elements of the right. Dual citizenship. He's only about Israel. Conservative support of Israel is from way before Shapiro was probably even fucking born.
Yeah.
But yeah, he I can't listen to it without hearing that freedom. I wish I could do the voice, but I just can't. I can't get that whiny. It's wonderful. It's fucking beautiful. If you ain't Ben Shapiro, you ain't black, Joe Biden. Oh, man. There are a lot of black people that are still mad about that you ain't black comment. And we're talking about mostly conservative blacks, of course, because everybody else will be like, oh, of course. Would you ever want to be in a Freedom Tunes short? Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. That shit's funny, man. I wouldn't even want to not even necessarily be credited just to work with that because that shit is amazing. It's, it's an old school form of art that has been lost, mostly a parody. And they do a very good job at it. Shapiro, Milo, Crowder are the best advertisements for the young right, but the old guard hate them. I would say they used to be. They've mostly been tramped down. These were guys, those three were going on college campus tours all over the country. And if you want to stop the shit that's going on, you have to start where it's festering the most.
Yeah.
College campuses.
Yeah, I think a lot of the older right-wingers don't understand that you have to go to where the sinners are, so to speak, and change hearts and minds there. So you need to be involved in the culture. You need to start producing art, movies, TV shows, whatever type of media that is with your values, and you have to go out and try and convert people by talking to them. That's how that happens.
I don't have a problem with any of these guys. There's some of them I just can't watch. Like I said, with Shapiro, I can't. I love the interviews he does on the Sundays or that he used to do. I don't know if he's still doing those. It's been a while since I've even watched. And I like the ones where they sometimes had the foursome that would sit around and just the four of them chat for a little bit.
Yeah.
But like when Ben Shapiro is trying to explain a story to me, I just can't. I can't because I hear Freedom Tunes and it's I can't do it. Did you see Crowder get mad at that socialist once and then kicked him out of Change His Mind? No.
No, I don't really watch Crowder.
Yeah, I watch Crowder a lot. I'm a fan. I like Crowder. I think he's funny. I mostly like his lawyer. Bill is funny as shit. That is a funny little Asian man who will take shots at everybody, including himself. And he loves to make Chinese jokes.
I maintain the funniest little Asian man is Cryptic.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Half Asian. How about that? He never misses a chance to make a joke about how his people are going to take over, meaning China. I like Ben's sister. I don't think I've seen Ben's sister. I like his change his mind videos. I think his change his mind videos sometimes just go on too long. I like the idea of it, and I like the chance for some kind of discourse. But like the other day, they're trying to do one, and this asshole Antifa shitbag who has a not just a microphone jack, he's carrying loudspeakers with him, and just goes over there and he's playing music and talking shit. And I mean, nothing is accomplished sometimes because it's become such a what's what I'm looking for here? Flashpoint.
Yeah.
People find out it's happening and they rush down there to interrupt it. Like, all right.
They're looking for hippie PP touches.
Yeah. And they've had a few weird ones. There was one where this trans woman gets mad at Crowder and is yelling at him. And then they run off. And they steal a homeless man's lunch and throw it at Crowder.
That's gross.
And then run off. Like, Jesus fuck. Interesting to hear everyone's take on commenters, especially the controversial ones. I mean, most of the controversial ones that I think are controversial, the only one I can really think of right now, and even him I haven't heard about for a while, is Fuentes. He's been pretty quiet. Nobody's been talking about him. Milo was and is hot garbage. Bullshit. Milo was great. Milo was a good champion of free speech and did a wonderful job presenting things. I think Milo probably should have cut it back a bit because his earlier stuff is better than when he decided to go. You know, his thing, the proper response to outrage is outrageousness, which is fine. But if you watch some of his talks, like when he's in his suit and he's just up there talking before a college crowd, he did a really good job of selling the message.
Yeah.
And he made those same points when he was dressed in drag, or when he, like the one where he came in dressed as a cop, which, by the way, that was funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
It just gets lost in the outrageousness, you know? I'm all for the outrageous part of it, but then bring it down and have the actual conversation.
Well, that's the problem, is you don't want to overshadow your message with flamboyance.
Mm-hmm. And he did that a bit. He was getting a bit loony, and he got humbled. If you've seen him lately, he definitely got, especially if you watched him right as he came back, you know, was trying to come back. That was a humbled man. Got too close to the sun there, Icarus. A little too close to the sun. Jack, we are at 1:58. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for coming and hanging out tonight. Thank you for the donations. You guys are incredibly generous, and I don't have the words other than thank you. Jack, anything you want to show?
Well, first, I, of course, want to thank everybody for the generous donations. You guys are amazing, like Monkey said. And there's a link to my latest video. And as always, thanks for coming out and supporting us. You guys, we really do appreciate it.
Nut says no with a sad face. Don't worry, Kansas. I'm gonna probably do a game stream in a little bit. I just don't know what I'm gonna play. I don't know if I'm gonna play some 7 days or if I'm gonna try something else. We'll see what happens.
I'm gonna go watch a bunch of protesters get arrested.
Yeah, I'll be chatting with Jack here for a little bit, so I don't know when it's gonna be, because me and Jack sometimes chat for hours, sometimes for minutes, sometimes for hours.
You just never know.
Yeah. I'd like to thank Sin for coming by. It's always great talking to him. And I don't mean to bring this up again, but what he pointed out on Twitter, if you guys see that stuff, please, I hate to be but if you see something, say something, you know? don't just like move past it. I'm not saying you got to go tweet it out or anything, but at the very least report it if you see it, because that shit's got to stop. What else? Tonight is Monday. We're going to be on Monday. We're going to be on Satsu 2 Cents channel, 9 p.m. Eastern time for Lords of the Night. As I said, I'll probably game sometime between now and when I go to bed, so keep an eye on Twitter for that. Don't forget, Jack's Roll for Sanity channel, linked down below, is very close to 1,000. He needs 1,000 for monetization, guys. Help the one and only Jack get to where he needs to be. Also, there's our Patreons, there's our Teesprings. Go get yourself a nice mask so you don't get the CCP cough. It's a good show, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, thanks for watching. Jack, thank you for hanging out. Everybody, have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
I'm too